the organizers, ASEAN Association Interdisciplinary Research Inc., and University of Bohol Research Center, good day. Especially to the virtual audience of the 5th ASEAN Pacific Conference on Interdisciplinary Research, good day everyone. To formally start my presentation, allow me to introduce myself to you. My name is Ian Cyril Martinez, a proud student of University of Bohol and a proud Filipino citizen of the Philippines. The University of Bohol is a premier university transforming lives for a great future to provide a holistic education anchored on the trinity of virtues: scholarship, character, and service. Here in the screen, you can see the location of the University of Bohol and the GPS coordinates. Today, I am going to present to you the study entitled Adversities Experienced in the New Normal Online Class of Criminology Student in the University of Bohol. A little background of our study: the Philippines is not exempted from the threat brought by the pandemic. Today's status quo, educational sectors are severely impacted, leaving students with no choice but to transition from the conventional normal style of teaching, which is face-to-face classes, to the new normal form of teaching, which is online classes. Moreover, the sad and harsh reality in that there are situations where students need to go on elevated areas such as climbing on trees and the roof of their houses just to find and get stronger internet connections. The objectives of the study are this: what are the helpful learning you have learned during this new normal online class? What are the problems that you have encountered in the new normal online class situation? What did you cope, or how did you cope and adapt in the new normal online class situation? The framework of the study focuses on 4 theories. Namely, the first theory is the theory of community of inquiry by Garrison, Anderson, and Archer 2000. This model promotes and conforms to the design of online and blended courses as active learning environments or communities that rely on the shared ideas, facts, and opinions of the students and professors. Furthermore, it is founded on the idea of that 3 separate presence, namely cognitive, social, and teaching. The word presence, as particularly noted, is a social phenomenon and manifests itself through interactions among students and instructors. This community of inquiry theory is and has become one of the more dominant and widely utilized models for online and blended courses that are intended to be extremely effective and collaborative between teachers and students. It promotes the usage of blogs, message boards, wikis, and video conferencing. The next theory is Common Integrated Theory by Terry Anderson. Online learning is considered a subset of distance education. The flexibility in time and space as campus-based education has been its concern. It is also gives additional access to the educational experience. Blended learning models, for example, do not readily fit into the distance education schema, even though they involve a common component of both the online education environment and traditional face-to-face instruction. The third theory is online collaborative learning, or OCL, theory by Linda Harisim, focus on the facilities of the internet, which would help provide an effective learning environment that fosters collaboration and knowledge sharing and building. It is believed that OCL is a new theory of learning or educational strategy that gives importance to the building of knowledge through collaborative learning. Moreover, it goes to explain that the use of the internet is a means of reshaping non-formal, formal, and informal education for the so-called knowledge age. Students are encouraged to solve problems collaboratively through discourse, with teachers serving as facilitator as well as members of the learning community. Last theory of this study is Wahlberg's 1991 theory of educational productivity. It highlights the 8 social, emotional influences, which includes classroom management, student-teachers interaction, parental support, motivational effects, attributes, social behavioral, school culture, the peer group, and the classroom climate. Consistently, it has been explained that the distance background influence is like this strict state organizational characteristic, instruction, curriculum, and school policies are less influential. The learning outcomes of students are heavily influenced by the type of learning used as well as the setting in which they learn. For many years, this was the standard method of conducting classes in the classrooms. Its purpose is to ensure that teachers correctly observe and teach the students. For the methodology of the study, we have the design, the qualitative method of study. By using guide question, we will serve as their main tool of interview and gathering. And the research environment, the University of Bohol. Respondents is the criminology students, and we interviewed 16 students who are currently taking a course of Bachelor of Science in Criminology at the University of Bohol. Instrumentation, audio recorded, and writing material, self-made guide questions that would help facilitate gathering of necessary information. These questions will be distributed or asked the following participants who are currently taking BS Criminology at the University of Bohol. The researchers will tend to use an audio recorder and writing materials to record and take down the answers of the participants for easy, effective interpretation and understanding. For research procedure, in gathering the data, in order to have a thorough and more reliable data gathering process, the researcher will first secure a transmittal letter which will be sent to the Vice President of Academics of the University of Bohol, the Dean, the College of Criminal Justice. The same goes for the research professors, Dr. Lapis, to permit and allow the researchers to conduct outside the campus. Second, after the approval of the hospital letter, the researchers of this study also secure a letter that will be given to the participants for the cooperation of the said retrieving of gathering of relevant information. Results and discussion. Amidst the pandemic, the learning of every student, especially the criminology students, continue despite all the protocol to conduct classes. The schools adapt the new online class. With the researchers formulated two emergent themes related to what criminology students learned during the new normal online class. There is one theme that describes how the students maximize time to take advantage using alternatives named flexible, and another one theme describing the knowledge acquired by the students named learning. Flexible. This team answered the experience of the informants during their online classes, as they know how to adjust the new settings. Even in every difficulty and technicalities, they are able to be in focus to accomplish the task. The flexibility of online education is often the most appealing factor contributing to many students choosing the OPT for this route over a more conventional education. Learning. This team answers the experience of the informants during their online classes as they gain knowledge, even if it is only. They absorb the topic that gave by the instructors. They also cope and adapt these settings by having self-discipline to gain skills that they can relate within the workplace. In the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, with its diverse variants, and educational system of our country has diverted into online class platforms, which is limits the classes, activities, and interaction to online with no physical contact and face-to-face meeting. The informants have different experience during the online class, while the informants journey through this chapter of their tertiary life by the aid of the University of Bohol and the College of Criminal Justice, giving them the quality education to fulfill and reach the dreams. The researchers formulated two emergent themes related to their experience during the online class. There's one theme to describe the positive experience named opportunity, and one theme to describe negative experience, that is hindrance. Opportunity. This theme answer the experiences of the informants during their online class as the informants proceed to their online classes on each year level, as they experience different activities on day-to-day classes of different subjects, as the University of Bohol and their teaching staff gives opportunity to the students to learn on the quality education they offer. Hindrance. This team will discover the negative experience of the informant in the new normal online class platform, as they strive day by day on their journey online classes. They encounter difficulties or challenges that would try to hinder to learn. Two emergent teams was created on how did they cope up and adapt in the new normal online class situation, namely reinforce and internet power. Reinforce. This team answered the experiences of the informants when they were struggling and in need of help with their families and fellow students, especially with tasks that were difficult to done alone. Not only in the difficult tasks, but also in their experiences of having to seek help from fellow students because it is difficult to understand the task must be completed. Internet power. This team answers the experiences of the informants when they were able to access the online platforms such as accessing the videos that needed to be watched to understand the task, as the experience laboratory classes are primarily addressed through videos and online discussion, and they can easily search for information on the internet. Implications of the study. So the teachers, instructor must provide free live classes on Google Meet so the students can easily understand. Teachers should also have seminars and trainings where they be taught how to use various applications used to teach through online classes. For the University of Bohol, they need to intensify their online presence to remind the students about the news at the online class. Online platforms like Facebook and university website must be promoted to students for easy distribution of information. They also need to improve their facilities to be able to pass the CHED program so that they can conduct face-to-face classes. Seminars and training should be provided to the students, teachers, and parents to make them aware of the university situations and future plans. To future community students must understand that not all teachers know how to use online platforms. That students should do is prepare their equipment for online class. No matter how often you join the class, you can still forget things you need in class. So as a student, you can make your own to-do list so you won't forget the tasks that are needed to be done. In a section where students says internet connection is weak, so sometimes you are late for passing your activities. So as a student, you know that your connection is weak and you may be late for passing. If possible, finish early to find a place with strong connection as not be late in passing. Time management should also done by students not to get confused and miss classwork. Implication for future studies. For the future researchers of the same topic, the researchers recommends to go deeper on the personal problems of the students. It is important to remember that COVID-19 has already increased our stress levels. Online learning introduces new stressors that can be a dangerous combination for students. As we work to control the COVID-19 virus, online learning presents enormous challenges for our students. Stress is one of them, and stress can lead to substance abuse. If your adolescent requires assistance right now, whether for a substance abuse or problem for better mental health. Another implication for the future studies, an evaluation of the service and help extended by the University of Bohol. This future research will perhaps disclose some helpful strategies for determining which aspect of the students' daily lives they can cope up with. In the screen, I present to you the bibliography, the references we gather from different books and journals and internet and website. As the presentation ends, I would like to say thank you to the University of Bohol for giving me opportunity to present myself and my study to the 5th Asia Pacific Conference on Interdisciplinary Research. So as a student, for the future student of this university, I suggest that you get ready with your emotions because college life is like a roller coaster. And I will say again, thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day, everyone.